Hello, everyone. Hey, Sally. Hey, Martha. I always have to tip that down further. There we go. Now look at everything you can see. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be here for this week's Wood Kit Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a great week so far. And we are going to, oops, my volume's up on my phone. There we go. Let's see, when did I do this? I did this on Saturday on Christina's Facebook page. So the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. This is the interchangeable wagon. And it comes with this set of 4 pieces, the home set. So when you purchase this wagon, you get all the pieces to make the wagon. You can choose to do this open front like I did, or you can put another piece just like this on the front and make it closed on the front. So you get all the pieces for the wagon, and then you get the welcome sign that hangs on the front. You get the little blanket ladder. You get the house that says home with the little wreath. And you get the picture with the greenery in it. Now, you also get lots of different options for the hooks. There is another set that will hang this further down. And then it covers up the wheels, but then you're able to see all of this. Hello, everyone. Becky and Christy and Tita. Let me go to all the messages so I can see. Thank you for being here. So yes, say hello in the chat. If you see that red live button there, that means you're watching this live on Wood Kit Wednesday. So this is the first kit, and it's even got the little handle. It's got the wheel. The wheels don't turn, but the wheels hold it up. Okay. So I did put the link for this in the description, as well as the set we're going to decorate today to go in place of these home ones. It is called Certified Bookworm. Now I know YouTube is no longer flipping the camera, so it might be a little tricky to read, but the sign that hangs in front says Certified Bookworm. Then we've got this. It looks like a bookmark. I may even add some, a little tassel. I actually have a tassel. It's got 3 books here, and then it says just one more chapter. This circle has some glasses and a book, and it says My Happy Place. And then the 4th piece has 3 or 4 separate books. I guess you could arrange them however you'd like, but they have 3 laying down and 1 on the side. It says so many books, so little time. Isn't this adorable? Oh, Amy, yes, we are doing the Certified Bookworm set that goes with Christina's interchangeable wagon. And she assures me there's going to be lots more. I think there's about 5 or 6 sets currently on the website. So if you go to either of the links I put in the description, it'll take you to my affiliate website. You can look at all of the options. If you guys have been watching my Wood Kit Wednesday, you know I like the interchangeable signs. So that one, this one is an interchangeable easel. So you can pop out these centerpieces. This is the one that it comes with. And then I've also done the summer set. And then I didn't bring it in here tonight, but my big interchangeable signpost that I've done multiple sets with. So you can go back and look at my lives. I've put thumbnail pictures so you can see what it is. You can watch that if you want. So for this, I was like, well, it's not really seasonal. It's not really for a holiday. What colors do I want to use? What colors make me happy? So I came up with these 6 colors. For sure, we're going to need white and black. And I had some mineral gray. So these are kind of our neutrals. And then the colors I chose are Pink Cloud, the Agave, and then Hazelnut. I haven't used a whole lot of this. So I thought this is kind of neutral, but it also has some color in there. So Thank you, Amy. Yeah, the easel, you can find that too if you go to any of the links that I put in the description, and it'll take you to the website, and then you can just browse all the different wood kits that there are. So for right now, let's go ahead and take out the home set that comes with the wagon, because this is what we're working with. I went ahead and did my wagon with antique wax and black because then I thought, you know, it can kind of go with whatever other sets I decide to put in there. So what we have to figure out is where we're going to do color, where we're going to do kind of neutral. I think I'm going to do the backgrounds first. So let's start, let's just move these things. And these are all individual. Let's see. Those are all letters. These are words. Oops. Books and time are all the individual letters. So we will definitely be using our painter's tape to paint those. Okay, and then this is our backdrop. It shows us where books and time will go, each of the letters, and then we'll put the other words around it. So I'm going to do white background for this, and for my little shiplap circle. And then I think also for the bottom part of my bookmark, I did white with black lettering. I don't know. I think I'm going to do color. I think I'm going to do like the agave and the pink cloud for that. So let's just start with our white. If I can get it open. And thank you for the thumbs up. Those of you that have done that, I appreciate that. All right, and I'm going to get my pokey tool because I want to try to not get paint in those holes there. All right, I'm going to start with this because it's a big piece and I can just get a lot of paint on here and spread it out. All right, so we'll start with that for our top coat. And then let's just get a little here and try not to go too much over the lines. I'm going to add another color to this too to give it some dimension, but I'm going to stop halfway here and take this little tool and I can drag it in the little lines and it'll get out the extra paint that's kind of gone down in there. So we can keep that shiplap looking look, I guess, with the kind of the stripes or the grooves. Okay, so see how I was able to get those grooves back once I used my little tool here. All right, and then let's just use a brush to make our, where the line will be between the bottom part here and the books at the top. So I do use these foam sponges. They are much easier to use on these projects than a brush. They do give a nice even coating. All right, let's just make sure I'm not missing any comments. Glasses with the gossamer red. Yeah, I don't, whoops. Hey, Cheryl and Roger and Kelly. Yeah. Probably I'll do the glasses with agave because those are kind of my colors that I'm doing on here. So, that is what I probably will do. All right, I think I've painted everything white that I want white. So I'm gonna just set this aside, and my brush and my sponge that I used for white, we'll set that aside as well. All right, so I said I was gonna do probably teal or the agave. Sorry, that's this color. And then, should I do both words, certified and bookworm, with this? I'm thinking that's going to be easier than trying to do two separate colors, because they're kind of intertwined. The words are intertwined a little bit. So let's get another sponge here. Oh, I love this color. It's one of my faves. It's not quite as bright of a teal as the Peacock Waverly chalk paint, but it's really pretty. All right, so we're just going to paint this background here with agave. And I'm sure we're going to be using this color on some other things. I mentioned the glasses. We're probably going to do this color. We'll do some of the books this color. But for right now, we're just doing the background. And then let's get some painter's tape down. I like to put painter's tape down sticky side up and then stick things that might be difficult to hold on to while I'm painting them. I like to stick them down to the tape, and then that way, kind of like my table is kind of holding it rather than me having to hold it. So let's get, this is Pink Cloud. It's kind of a peachy color. All right, and I'm just gonna really just kind of like pounce on the letters. Try not to get paint like in the grooves in the middle of the letters. Try to just keep it on top. Okay, it looks very pink right now, but when it dries a little bit darker, and maybe we'll do a second coat. Not sure. All right, so that's going to be our little sign that hangs down in the front of the wagon. Hello, thank you for being here. All right, I'm just looking at the picture here that shows all of the items put together. Let's go ahead and do the glass. I have some tape here still I can use. So let's go ahead and do the glasses with the agave as well. So this will be on the circle. Those will be cute. Okay. All right, the other thing on the circle is a book, and then it says My Happy Place. I think I will do the book white also, with maybe a darker background. So let's see if I have enough paint on here. I might have enough to just go ahead and squeeze it out onto the book. Okay, and then we'll make sure we have that space still at the fold or the spine of the book. There we go. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Now that this is dry, I do want to add some color. So do I want to do some streaks of gray, or I was thinking maybe some hazelnut. Which color do you think goes better with the teal and the peach? The gray or the one that's more brown? I'm kind of thinking this one. I feel like this is a little bit warmer of a color. So let me, while this is here, let me go ahead and just do my second coat on my certified bookworm words. The other cool thing is if you are not maybe wanting to do the wagon, you can order this set or any of these sets and you could put them on a tiered tray. Any sort of, I've seen, we also have like a window. Christina has a window that has like 2 shelves kind of that these would be really cute on as well. All right, so I think for the streaks, oh goodness, I haven't used this color in a while. The streaks on my shiplap, I am going to get, I should have in here, there we go, what I call a chippy brush. It's one like this where it's very kind of uneven. And I'm just gonna add some I don't know, not really stripes, a little bit of distressing to our circle. See that? Just the lightest little touch. Then maybe I'll go around the edges. I like that. Okay. So far we've got, and these pieces dry really quickly when I use the foam brushes. All right, so we got the glasses, we've got the book. We do need to do the like the pages of the book, or the outside of the book, I guess. Maybe I will use gray for that. I'm trying to see. I also have some paint markers here because just like silver and yellow, because I don't really have a gold, just to see, I might want to use some paint markers. Okay, I'm not sure on that, what color I'm going to do. But what about the words? My happy place. I think I will go ahead and do those black. So let's get our black. And I got lots of these little brushes. Foam brushes to use for all the colors. Okay. All right. Got that. How are we doing so far? I think we're doing pretty good. I do need to do the books. Got a lot of colors going on here. Let's move these out of my way. So we've got our sign here. And this is pretty dry already. I'm going to carefully get it off the tape because I don't want any of my letters to break apart. All right, so this is going to be like this. Isn't that cute? Certified bookworm. So that one's pretty much done. We'll move that one out of the way. Okay, so now we've got this. I think I will do the frame gray, and I'm going to do, a little bit of white and gray on the, I don't know what you call this, the outside of the book, I guess. Yeah, let's get a little brush here. All right, so this part, And then I think I'll do the gray. I'm actually going to use a silver, like, paint marker, I think. We'll see. It is good to have some small little detail paintbrushes too for some of these areas that are really close together that you may want to do two different colors. So let's use our pokey tool again. I know this is so small, you're not able to see it right now. But I do want to get the paint out of the grooves so you can see all that detail that the laser machine cut into it. I feel like it makes it look even better with the different, you know, dimensions. Now, if you are asking me questions or making comments and I'm not seeing that, I apologize. It's hard for me to see all that at the same time. Let's see if I've missed any. Oh, it's not showing me any right now. Oh, there we go. No red light to show you're live. That's weird. Hey, Bernadette. Welcome. Hey, Lana. Had to go back and see who was here that I didn't get to say hi to yet. All right. Hey, Natty and Susan. All right, gray. Let's get our gray. And I do post pictures of the finished projects here on my page, or on my channel. If you are a subscriber, you should be able to see a tab on the main page. We got thank you. On the main page, it says posts, and that's where I will post pictures of, you know, the final projects and stuff. All right, I'm going to try doing it with this little teeny brush. Just along the outside. So if you are catching me for the first time for Wood Kit Wednesday, I do not make these kits. I am an affiliate for Christina from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. She's the one that cuts them and sends them to me. And then I do get a small commission when people order through my affiliate link that I have put in the description box. Even if you don't purchase this kit, any purchases that you make through my link, I do make a commission. So thank you in advance if you decide to do that. I just think this wagon is so cute. And I did, like I said, on Facebook, and I think she's going to share it to YouTube as well, to her YouTube. I did show how to put the wagon together. It's really not that hard. I thought it was going to be hard, and I said, Christina, I need instructions. And she said, well, this is how you do it. It's not that hard. I said, okay. And then I did it, and she was right. It was not that hard. So you can watch my video of how I put it together if you need help. All right, so this frame is for the rectangular sign that says, so many books, so little time. We may grunge it up a little bit with some black. All right. So for the circle, I think we have everything painted. We've got the book, we've got the glasses. And very carefully, we've got the black words. So that's the colors that are going to be on that one. That's going to be cute. Kind of neutral with a pop of color. And then we've got the teal and the pink sky, or the agave and the pink sky for the little sign that's going to hang in front. All right, so now we just have this bookmark with the 3 books, and then we have to figure out what color to do just one more chapter. I'm thinking this is going to be teal. Oh, thank you, Sally, for helping with that. All right. So I'm going to do these words, the just one more chapter for the bottom of the bookmark. I'm going to do those with agave. That's going to pop really nicely off of the white. So like I always say, the thing that takes the longest is probably deciding what colors you're going to use, and then just deciding what color you're going to paint the different things. Ooh, that's going to look really nice on there. All right, now my books on here. The example shows like a green, cream color, and a gray. Put this over here too. And I'm probably going to use brushes for this just because I don't want things to go everywhere. Let me think about that. I'm going to do all the books last, I think. So here for the rectangle, we've got the words, so many books, so little time. And let's see, the so many and so little are the whole word together. So many, and then books is the individual letters. So we're sticking them all to the tape. This is the best way to do this. B-O-O-K-S. And then so little, T-I-M-E. All right. I think the books are going to take the longest to paint. All right. So on here, on the example, I do like how she took some black, but I need some more black on here, I think. And she kind of just grunged up the gray frame of this. And now you don't have to do anything how the example is. You can do your own thing for sure. And so I'm gonna do the words books and time also with black. I'm gonna make those pop out. Okay. And I like to just use the little bit of paint that's in the lid. And this sponge is probably being used for its last time today. It's falling apart. I use these things until they are like dead. So that one is going to be dead after this. All right, so we've got so many books, so little time. And then the books. So I think I'm going to do, I haven't used the pink sky again. So let's use the pink sky. Of course, you do whatever colors you want to do. I'm going to do the so many and the so little again with the pink sky. Because I'm going to use agave as one of my books most likely. Now on this one, we actually have 4 books. So we're going to have to see what colors we end up using. I think we're going to use agave and black, gray. Okay. Let's start with the books on the bookmark. All right. I'm going to need some medium-sized brushes here. That's too big. All right. So let me just show you. You see the spine and the decor on the spine there? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to paint the solid color of the book. Now you could tape it off and try to be, you know, really perfect with it, but I don't know that you need to do that. Just, you know, do your best. And then I am going to use my pokey tool again to get the paint as much as I can out of the laser cut grooves. Now I may end up painting those sections a different, you know, a contrasting color, but for now we're going to get the paint out of there. You can do as little or as much detailing on these as you want. All right, so that's gray. Let's do one of these books gray as well. I'll just randomly pick one here. How about this middle one? Okay. This one has an oval on the spine. It looks kind of like a crayon. It's kind of fun. Oops. Okay. See how you can see the grooves now because I cleaned out the space there. All right, what other colors should we do for books? I think hazelnut. So let's do, did I use hazelnut on a brush yet? No, I don't think I did. All right, let's do this one over here. So I want to know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay, what colors would you use? Like I used the peach and the pink sky and the agave. What would you use for colors for this project or this kit if you were making it? I thought about doing the peacock and the crimson red. Those are kind of my kitchen coffee area colors, but I don't know that this particular set would be there. So I decided to do something different. I did use these two colors together for spring, the spring set for my signpost. Okay. Let's see, how do these go? One is standing up and the other three are stacked. Let's do this one. Let's do the one by itself. Okay. We're getting there. And my chat went away again. Okay. Do pink cloud in the middle. You would have paint everywhere. Hey, Marlene. Thank you, Sally. All right. So if you're hopping on late or after we started, we are doing, where's my pokey tool? We are doing the certified bookworm set for our little interchangeable wagon. And right now we're just painting all the pieces so that we can glue each of the 4 decor that go in the wagon. We'll glue them together once we have everything painted. This one has a little bit more detail because of all these books. They're super cute, and they have like laser etched detailing in them. So I really like that. All right, so somebody said to do pink cloud for this middle one. I will, and then I'll accent it with agave. How about that? That'll be cute, because I was going to paint it agave. I got to find how many small brushes I have. So, because remember, I have the agave words for the bottom. And I'm going to have to look after the live is done, see if I have a tassel or a cute ribbon to put in the little hole at the top. Some of the other sets that she already has for this is like a grilling one, a wine one. What else did I see? I think farmhouse, like a farmhouse themed one. But there will be more like, those are like the summer ones she picked. There are lots more. There's going to be seasonal ones. There was a really cute teacher one we were looking at. And I just love the interchangeable decor because it's so much, it takes up so much less space when you're just changing out what goes in the main piece, like the wagon or the signpost. All right, so I'm just getting all the extra paint that went into the little grooves. Now, if you have time beforehand, you can spray like pieces like this that have a lot of the etching. You can spray them with a clear spray, and the paint won't go into the grooves as much. I just didn't have time to do that because I was at the gym doing yoga. So that's okay. You just get a pokey tool or a toothpick and you can get all this out. Okay, so there's our 3 books. They don't look fabulous yet because I haven't, like, you know, added into the spaces, but I'm going to wait until those are dry. Okay, we have 2 more books here, so I think I'll do, I was going to do one, let's see, do I have anything agave on here? I don't. So one of these books needs to be agave. Top one or bottom one? Top one or bottom one? Let's do top one. Let's see what's left in my sponge here. The sponge also is probably on its last leg. So stick with me. If you've lasted this long, stick with me. We're almost to the end where we're going to just glue everything together and put it in our wagon. It's going to be so cute. And then if you missed when I showed the home set that actually comes with the wagon, I will show you that again as well. All right. And let's do this bottom one. Oh, I can't do it white. Let's do it. Let's do it black, but I'm going to accent it with white so it's not so dark. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know where I got all these sponges. The blue ones, did I get those at Hobby Lobby? I don't even know where I got them. Oh, I'm going to be mad that I made this book black. But now I just got to go with it. All right. This Yes, this kit goes in the wagon. You don't have to. Like, you could buy this kit and do it on a tiered tray. Any of the other shelves, display shelves that there are kits for, or you may already have. I'm gonna do, where's my gray? While this is still wet, just gonna go over this with some gray so it's not so dark. And just kind of making some of the accent areas stand out a little bit. Like I said, if you don't like how I do mine, you do not have to copy me. All right, so that's the bottom one. I think I'm going to do a little bit of black now. So now is like nitpicky stuff. Now is adding accents, areas to these books where the little spine is and all that. So you can do as much or as little of it as you want. I would suggest, though, for this, you're going to want like a really fine tip paint marker or these really fine brushes. And again, you do not have to be perfect with how, you know, where your paint is. I think it kind of looks even better when you can tell that it's hand painted. So if you have shaky hands, I would say just do them all solid color or use the paint markers, which are a little bit easier to control than, say, these brushes. But see, that's not perfect, but it's cute still, right? And then I think the lines on the top and the bottom, I'm going to use a marker for that. All right, so I've got 2 done. Let's do, how about we use some pink cloud on this agave one. It's not going to be super bright because it's on this darker background, but you'll still get the idea. Okay, so who that is watching on the live or on the replay, who is a bookworm? Who are my bookworms? Who likes to read? And what is your favorite book? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite genre if you don't have a favorite book? What is your favorite genre of book? I tend to gravitate to historical fiction. I really like it. Let's do white on this one. I think I lost my white. I need more teeny brushes. Well, I'll just use this one that had gray on it. Just get some of the gray off of it. All right. You love to read, Martha? Yes. What is your favorite genre? I have white paint marker I could have used for this, but it's okay. Every night. Yes. Is that how you like wind down to go to sleep? I am reading this series right now. I'm reading the second book in this series. The series is called Timeless. I think the author's name is Gabrielle Meyer, Meyer. It is a Christian historical fiction series with time travel. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's very, very intriguing. I like it a lot. The one I'm currently reading, the second book, is based in pre-Civil War, pre-World War II, and pre-September 11th. So, figure that out. Okay, I think I'm going to do these a little bit different. I'm going to do white on the hazelnut one. Just to mix it up, but it's all going to coordinate because we're using the same colors. I'm kind of mixing the hazelnut. It's kind of mixing in, so it's making a unique color. Cozy Mysteries. You know what? I think I downloaded some Cozy Mysteries. They were like super cheap on Amazon. They're on my Kindle. I have not read them yet. But I'm doing Kindle Unlimited right now. I have so many books that I want to read. But yeah, I try to read each night. Rather than scrolling on my phone or playing a game on my phone, I'm trying to read instead. All right, so that's kind of messy, but I like it. It's not perfect. The other thing you can do to kind of blend these is to use your mini sander. All right, on the gray, I did white over there, so let's do black. Black. Murder mystery. Sally. Oh, Outlander. I have not read Outlander. Is that the one that there's a TV show of it? Yeah, I tend to gravitate to historical fiction. Mostly World War II. I really like, I shouldn't say like, because it's, I don't know. I learn about history by reading historical fiction. There was a series that my grandma was in a book club. It was called the House of Winslow series, and it was by Gilbert Morris, and it basically taught me everything I know about history from the Pilgrims all the way to World War II. There were so many books in that series, but I learned about the history because it was tied to a character or a family, and that made it so much easier to, kind of understand or learn like what was happening to these people, because it was a character that you had gotten to know through the story, not just random facts about, different battles and things like that. So you could definitely do a much more clean look with these if you use paint markers. Anne Rice, Outlander. Oh, it's a bit racy. All right, what do I still need? I got all those books done. All that's done. Okay, I am going to clean up my brushes because I think I'm done painting, actually. That kind of snuck up on me. All right, let's put our lids on our paint, get them out of the way. So, as a recap, the colors we used were white, gray, a little bit of hazelnut, black, and then the teal and the peach. So 6 colors. You could definitely use less, you could definitely use more. Ooh, Heather Graham Civil War Sagas. I'll have to look that up. Heather Graham. Yes, I do like Civil War. When I was teaching elementary school, I loved, because 5th grade history, or fifth grade social studies is a lot of U.S. history. So we did Civil War for sure. All right, these two I'm going to keep. All right, now we're going to start gluing. Yay. Okay, so let's start with this piece because it's in front of me. This is the So Many Books, So Little Time, and I'm just using the Super Glue wood glue from Dollar Tree. I love it. I love it. And we're just going to line it up. Kind of squish it down. And then make sure it's lined up on all the edges. If you get extra glue, just swipe it away. Okay. And then we can do the certified bookworm. Now with these very intricate words, you don't have to put glue on every single word or every single letter. So I'm just putting like some dots. And then we'll center that on our little, I'm calling this like a license plate sign. It's like a little license plate because it's going to hang on the front of the wagon. Okay. I want to I am going to add some detailing there, but it's going to be so tiny you're not going to be able to see it, so I'm going to do it after. Now these words are really small. Thank goodness it's all one piece. So I'm just doing some random dots. And then we'll put this right down here. Cute. Okay. All right, our circle, pretty much everything's in place here. Their cute little glasses. Okay. And the pieces just fit together like a puzzle. And then my happy place. So cute. All right, so now the rectangle one, let's go ahead and do the books and time because those, wow, these are really stuck on here. Those have outlines for me so I know where to put them. Just a little bit of glue. Oh, I can't wait to put these in the wagon. It's going to be so cute. What I like about the wood glue too is you have a little bit of time, you know, to move the letters around, make sure you have them in the right spots before they are like stuck for good. Woo! Flying glue. What was great? The witching hour. I'm not into like science fiction as much, or like witch books. I have read a couple of the Frida McFadden books. She's super popular. Those are really quick reads. And they're kind of thriller, but not bad. All right, these books. Okay. They're kind of just stacked here randomly. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. All right, so let's do the book that's standing up. Oh, no you're not. The chat is good. Did you know that? Whoa, there goes my wagon almost. The chat, when you talk in the chat, it actually helps me because it clues YouTube in to, hey, something's happening, and they maybe will show my live to more people as a, hey, you might want to watch this kind of thing. Cute. All right. Make sure my letters are straight. That's adorable. Okay. Let's figure out where we want these. So many books. So little time. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. Oh, Mary Higgins Clark. I know that name. I know that name. All right. Last little pieces here. These words. So. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. Many books. So little time. Yay! Okay, let me get my mess out of here. And let's start putting these on here. All right. So here is our wagon. These things should all be pretty dry pretty quickly. This for sure is. So your little hooks just slides through the hole and then it hangs there. Certified bookworm. All right, I think this one should probably be good. And again, I am going to put a little tassel. And you can also, if you wanted, remember I said you could lower this so that it shows more of your piece. But it's going to want to slide forward like that. So we'll just do that. All right, and here's the one we just did. So many books, so little time. I feel like this one needs to go in the middle. How do we make this so that they can all be read? Turn this. Well, you can arrange it however you want. Actually, this might need to go over here. This is hard to do upside down, first of all. Anyway, something like that. Look how cute that is. I know you can't read them, they're backwards, but yay! Do you like the colors that I chose? I do. I'm glad I chose these colors. And I probably will drop that down. I don't have my other pieces, but it would drop it down like this much more, so you'd be able to see all of the pieces inside. Yay! I'm so excited how that turned out. What do you guys think? Right? Isn't that wagon so cute? Thank you. Okay. So again, you can get the set of 4 pieces and put them in something else if you would like. If you don't want to use them, you know, on the tiered tray. Hey, that looks better. It popped up like that. I did put the link for the wagon with the pieces that it comes with, the welcome that goes here, and then you have the house, the shiplap house that says home. You have the picture with some greenery, and you have the blanket ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 pieces come with the wagon. Okay, and then the bookworm set was an additional that you can order, and there's lots of different ones. So I put both of those links in the description of this video. If you're having a hard time finding them, let me know. And thank you guys so much for joining me for Wood Kit Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.